How young is too young to introduce a child to the concept of being transgender? It's a question one Rocklin charter school tried to handle after a kindergartner revealed herself as transgender. Thanks for being with us at 6:30. I'm Ty Steele.
And I'm NIKKI LAURENZO. While some parents applauded the school's efforts, others think it wasn't handled properly. Fox 40's Joe Khalil explains.
It was the second to last day of kindergarten at Rocklin Academy Gateway when the day took an unexpected turn. Kids were about to get a lesson many of their parents weren't ready for.
What did you learn today? I said, well, you know, we learned about a girl in a boy's body.
Ankar Dewan's 5-year-old daughter was in the classroom.
This worked out to be a fairly, in my view, decent a way of kind of introducing a topic that I wouldn't otherwise know how to do.
It was a lesson on transgenderism. The timing, not a coincidence. A 5-year-old, biologically a boy, had just been reintroduced by her teacher to the kindergarten class as a transgender girl. And it was these two books that were read inside of that kindergarten classroom. Both illustrate what it means to be transgender. And as you can clearly tell from the front covers, both were written specifically for young children. Chris Hurley's young son was also in the class.
But all I heard was my son just mentioned his friend who was a boy is now a girl.
But while these parents understand why their kids were exposed to the transgender lesson, others took issue.
They're concerned that they weren't notified that this was coming.
School officials say the teacher read the books in class without approval from administration. Parents weren't even notified until about a week later when this letter, obtained by Fox 40, was mailed out. In the letter, no mention of the word transgender.
The majority of the parents who had children in this kindergarten did not think that it would be age appropriate.
Several concerned parents who spoke to Fox 40 off camera came to the Pacific Justice Institute and the California Family Council to represent them.
These kids who had never struggled with their gender identity before are all of a sudden scared that they could be turned into a boy.
After two failed attempts to get the board to address the issue, a special meeting on July 31st was finally called. And according to the district's own presentation obtained by Fox 40, not reading these books would have put them at risk of discrimination and exposed them to a lawsuit. We took it directly to the superintendent. Why weren't parents at least notified before the books were read in class?
So again, it did not fall under the opt-out provisions.
Superintendent Robin Stout says this wasn't sex ed material, so the school didn't have to notify parents or give them a chance to opt their kids out. Do you think their concerns are fair?
I understand their concerns.
All the backlash this summer did force the district to change their procedures. Now, outside books have to be approved.
If a book is not part of our curriculum, such as this book, that they would consult with administration.
But at the heart of the issue are kindergartners too young to tackle transgenderism.
Most people have a sense of their gender identity at the age of 3 or 4.
Joe Michael, a trans male himself, works with Equality California. He says the earlier the education, the better.
It's important to note that the other students really do need to have that opportunity to engage and to hear from the transgender student.
But other experts disagree. Michelle Cretella, president of the American College of Pediatricians, says the science is far from conclusive, telling Fox 40, quote, having an authority figure teach the myth that a child can be trapped in the wrong body will potentially lead to fear that they aren't the sex their bodies clearly indicate. We spoke to the mother of that transgender student over the phone more than once. She didn't want to appear on camera or be identified for fear of backlash, but she did tell us that starting this school year here at Rocklin Academy Gateway, she's not sure what to expect for her daughter given what happened over the summer. One thing all sides do agree on, this school environment should be a safe, welcoming one for all students.
One of the lessons that my daughter was able to learn was that there's fundamental intelligence, dignity, and character to every human being, regardless of what else might be going on.
There is a petition circulating among some parents demanding the administration make further changes to its policies, including mandatory notices to parents about material that could be controversial.